Welcome to Reliable Prepper, your go-to source for actionable, real-world survival strategies. Today we're diving into a topic that's becoming increasingly urgent: the rising threat of foreign gangs infiltrating U.S. communities. This is a serious issue that can affect anyone, whether you're in a small town or a big city. As preppers, it's our responsibility to be ready for any situation, including the possibility of foreign gangs moving into our neighborhoods. These groups pose unique risks, and today, we're going to break down what those risks are and, most importantly, what you can do to keep yourself and your family safe. Remember, preparation is key, and the best way to protect yourself is to stay informed and ready for anything. Before we get started, if you find this content helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss out on crucial prepping advice. Let's get into it. Foreign gangs, particularly those coming from places like Venezuela, are becoming a growing concern in communities across the United States. These aren't just small-time criminals. These are highly organized, violent groups involved in everything from drug trafficking to human trafficking. As these gangs move into new territories, they often bring with them a wave of violent crime, including robberies, assaults, and even homicides. In places like Aurora, Colorado, the impact of foreign gangs is already being felt. This city, like many others, is seeing an increase in gang-related activities, particularly from Venezuelan gangs that are known for their brutality. But this isn't just a local issue. We're seeing similar patterns across the country. For instance, in Long Island, New York, the notorious MS-13 gang was responsible for a series of brutal murders between 2016 and 2018. MS-13, a gang with roots in El Salvador, has become infamous for its extreme violence, often using machetes to carry out attacks. These murders shocked the local community and led to a major crackdown by law enforcement. Despite these efforts, the gang's presence remains a significant threat in the area. Down in Texas, the influence of Mexican drug cartels has increasingly spilled over into U.S. border towns. In cities like El Paso and Laredo, cartel-related violence, including kidnappings and shootouts, has become a frightening reality. In 2019, a shootout in Eagle Pass between cartel members and local law enforcement highlighted the escalating danger these groups pose. These incidents are not isolated. They reflect a broader trend of cartel violence creeping into American communities. And let's not forget Chicago, where gang violence has surged in recent years. The years 2020 and 2021 saw a significant increase in shootings and homicides, much of it linked to gang conflicts. Over the July 4th weekend in 2020, for example, more than 80 people were shot, with over a dozen killed in what was one of the most violent weekends in the city's recent history. Chicago's ongoing battle with gang violence underscores the persistent and widespread nature of this issue across the country. These examples show that the threat of foreign and domestic gangs is not just a problem for big cities, it's spreading across the country, affecting communities of all sizes. One of the first things you need to do is fortify your home. This isn't just about installing a good lock on your door. It's about creating multiple layers of security that make your home a hard target. Start by reinforcing your doors and windows. Invest in high-quality deadbolts, and consider installing security bars on windows, especially on the ground floor. Adding motion sensor lights around your property can deter criminals by taking away the cover of darkness. And don't forget about your garage. It's often one of the weakest points of entry, but security doesn't stop at the door. A comprehensive home security system with cameras covering all entry points is essential. Make sure these cameras are visible, as their presence alone can be a deterrent. Having a dog, even a small one, can also be a great early warning system. Dogs can alert you to unusual activity long before you might notice it yourself. Beyond just securing your home, it's also important to avoid high-risk areas whenever possible. Foreign gangs often establish territories, and these can be hotspots for violent crime. Use tools like local crime maps and apps that provide real-time updates on incidents in your area to stay informed. If you're in a situation where you have to travel through or near these areas, plan safe routes in advance and stick to well-lit, populated streets. In times of heightened danger, it might be worth changing your routine or taking longer routes to avoid these risks. Another critical aspect of your personal safety plan is situational awareness. This means always being aware of your surroundings and being able to recognize potential threats before they escalate. Train yourself to notice what's normal in your environment so that anything unusual stands out immediately. Avoid distractions like excessive phone use when you're out in public, and learn to read basic body language cues that might indicate someone is about to become aggressive. The sooner you can spot a potential threat, the more time you have to react and protect yourself. As foreign gangs establish themselves, they're likely to clash with existing criminal organizations, leading to violent territorial conflicts. These turf wars can erupt at any time and often spill over into civilian areas, putting innocent lives at risk. It's crucial to stay aware of your surroundings and avoid areas known for gang activity whenever possible. In these situations, having a well-thought-out personal defense plan is critical. This isn't just about owning a weapon. It's about knowing exactly what you'll do if faced with a threat. Start by designating roles for each family member in case of an emergency. For example, one person might be responsible for calling 911, while another might be tasked with securing the house. Regularly practice these drills so everyone knows what to do without hesitation. Additionally, consider non-lethal self-defense options like pepper spray or a taser, which can provide protection without the legal and moral complexities of using deadly force. Of course, if you do choose to own a firearm, make sure you're trained in its use and understand the legal implications of using it in self-defense. One of the more insidious threats posed by foreign gangs is their involvement in human trafficking. These gangs often target vulnerable populations, including immigrants and local youth, using violence and coercion to exploit them for profit. This not only creates a hostile environment in your community, but also contributes to a broader culture of fear and violence. To combat this, it's essential to strengthen your community ties. Get to know your neighbors and establish a network of people who can look out for each other. A connected community is much harder for gangs to infiltrate and operate within. Consider forming or joining a neighborhood watch program. These programs can be incredibly effective at deterring crime, especially when they work closely with local law enforcement. The more eyes and ears there are in your neighborhood, the safer everyone will be. Be vigilant about the signs of human trafficking in your community. This could include people who seem isolated, fearful, or under the control of someone else. If you suspect that someone is being trafficked, report it to the authorities immediately. It's also important to educate others in your community about these signs so that more people are aware and can take action. Foreign gangs may also attempt to infiltrate legitimate businesses, using them as fronts for illegal activities like money laundering or as sources of extortion. This can destabilize local economies and create additional risks for anyone who refuses to cooperate with gang demands. If you're a business owner, it's crucial to take steps to protect your business from gang influence. Secure your property just as you would your home. Install security cameras, alarm systems, and reinforce entry points. Keep your financial transactions transparent and regularly audit your finances to spot any suspicious activity. Building a relationship with local law enforcement can also be beneficial, as it ensures you have support if you ever feel threatened or suspect gang activity. Maintaining a low profile can also help. Avoid flaunting wealth or success, as this can make you a target for extortion. If you're approached by gang members or anyone else who seems suspicious, document the encounter and report it to the authorities. In the event that your home is breached, having a safe room can provide a secure area where you and your family can retreat until help arrives. A safe room doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be a reinforced closet, bathroom, or even a basement. The key is to ensure that the room is secure and stocked with essentials. Start by reinforcing the door with a solid core or steel door and install a heavy-duty lock. Consider adding bullet-resistant panels to the walls, and if possible, position the room so that it has no external windows. Inside the safe room, keep a landline phone or two-way radio for communication, as well as emergency supplies like water, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, and any necessary medications. Regularly review your safe room plan with your family and practice getting to the room quickly in case of an emergency. As foreign gangs establish themselves, the potential for conflicts with other groups increases. These could include rival gangs, local militias, or even vigilante groups formed by concerned citizens. These conflicts can be particularly dangerous as they often lead to unpredictable and widespread violence. In these situations, it's important to remain neutral and avoid getting involved in disputes between these groups. Your focus should be on keeping yourself and your family safe. This means staying informed about what's happening in your area, but not taking sides or engaging in any activities that could draw unwanted attention. To further protect yourself, it's wise to build a resilient community network. Connect with your neighbors and establish a system for mutual aid and support. This could include sharing resources, coordinating emergency plans, and keeping each other informed about potential threats. The stronger your community, the better equipped you'll be to handle any crisis that comes your way. Part of building this resilience is ensuring you have adequate supplies. Stockpile non-perishable food, water, and medical supplies to last at least 3 to 6 months. But remember, it's not just about having supplies, it's also about maintaining them. Regularly rotate your stock to ensure everything stays fresh and usable. And consider bartering items that could be valuable in a crisis, such as batteries, alcohol, or tobacco. In some cases, the best way to stay safe might be to leave the area altogether. If gang activity becomes too intense, or if your neighborhood turns into a battleground between rival groups, having an emergency evacuation plan can be a lifesaver. First, plan multiple evacuation routes, including lesser-known back roads that might be safer than major highways. Pack go bags for each family member with essentials like food, water, clothing, important documents, and cash. These bags should be easily accessible and ready to go at a moment's notice. Also, know where you'll go if you need to evacuate, whether it's a relative's house in a different town, a safe location in another city, or a designated shelter. Practice your evacuation plan regularly so that everyone knows what to do and where to go. The more prepared you are, the less likely you'll be caught off guard in a crisis. We've covered a lot of ground today, from fortifying your home to building a resilient community and planning for emergencies. The key to surviving any threat, whether it's foreign gangs or any other danger, is being prepared, mentally, physically, and logistically. It's about taking proactive steps now to ensure you're ready for whatever comes your way. As we've discussed, the threat of foreign gangs entering U.S. communities is real and growing. But by implementing the strategies we've outlined, fortifying your home, creating a personal defense plan, building strong community ties, establishing a safe room, and planning for potential evacuation, you can significantly increase your chances of staying safe. Remember, being a prepper isn't about living in fear. It's about being ready to protect yourself and your loved ones from any threat. Take the time now to review your current preparedness plans and see where you can improve. Don't wait until it's too late. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Reliable Prepper and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest tips and strategies. Share this video with others who could benefit from this information, and let's keep building a community of informed, prepared individuals. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.